Alright, we're just gonna get into this because we got a lot. First off, what do you see in front of you? This is, of all things, the night balancing thing from World Music. This was my 500th toy. If you had asked me to guess my 500th toy, this would have been about 800th on that list. But it was from GoodwillFinds.com, who used to have a coupon for $20 off your first order. Then they discontinued it. Then George sent me his coupon code that he never used, and it still worked. So this was only 23 with shipping, and 20 of it with shipping, so. It's funny because there were 2 of these on Shop Goodwill, which is not the same somehow. But I lost a bid for them, which is fine because I would have just sold them anyways, so oh well. Contrary to popular belief, it does move. As usual, clips of all these things will come shortly after this video. A lot of them should come tonight, for ones that are meant for black background that we see right now. That... Okay. I think something... Oh... Something chipped off of it. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Although I don't know where the chip went. A bit of paint came off of the horse. Let's set that down and not touch it again. Okay, and then... Clockwalker. God, this fucking... They just very cramped in here with everything. So, I'm not going to go much into detail of this, because I talked about most of it in the review. But, a couple things to note. This was only $28. I never mentioned the price, but it was only $8 plus $15 to get it shipped, plus $5 for some fee. Oh well. So, $28 total. And Corey Hansen brought this up to me in the comments of it yesterday. I think it's a different ramp design. There's a block that is supposed to go, I think, on the bottom of this end that's missing, and it actually rings a bell because, the duck walker I sold to VTG a while back, well, not a while back, it was only like a month ago, it had that same styled ramp, so I think it's like that. I just don't know what came first and what came after, because obviously you'd expect this to be older than a lot of the other ones I have, which have the normal ramp. But if you go on Petratoy's site, which again he mentioned, they all have that new form of the block too, so I don't know. But all I know is that I can make this work however I want. You can put it on some sort of things, just a random box. I would say anything over about an inch tall. This is about an inch tall for reference. So, with that, it does work basically perfect. And the less steep of an incline you have, the slower it goes. Like, it's going about Newton speed right now. And where I had it set up before, it was going faster than that. So, yeah, that's it for now. You'll see clips on black and white. And, of course, the review already happened, so go watch that. Although I think you already did, judging by the view count. Next up, we've got not a Spintrix disc. It's very tiny for some reason. It's a lot smaller than the other ones of these I have. But I saw it on eBay, and because I like them, and because it looks like this, which is cool as hell, I got it. I did not know this looked this cool, to be honest. I have just tested it now in a background, and holy crap. I love it. Like I said, it's about maybe 2/3 the size of the other discs I have. I don't know if it's a Spintrix disc, but I guess you couldn't argue against it. I don't know. But yeah, really, really nice. Glad to get it. We'll make a great clip, and don't use this clip because it's on a box. Nobody wants that. Unless you're like dreamy and you don't care. Okay, and now we've got Laura lamp. I almost burned my finger on it moving it over here, but this is Basically the Van Gogh Stardust lamp. It's funny because the actual exact one, the huge one, was on recently in a collection off of Marketplace that I was trying to get. But then someone else got it and sold it on Mercari for 150, which isn't bad because it's huge and in box and everything with a cool blacklight base. But this 14-inch one I got off Marketplace for 38. It also works. It actually came as a silver base and cap, but I changed it because it worked better on the larger bulb that this base supplied. It just went to a lava lamp. And after a while, it starts to really look good, because when it first came in, it looked like total ass. It had a super weak bulb in it and was super cloudy. But it is looking better now. Not perfect, but considering I paid a pretty cheap price for it, I can't be mad. There was also a tiny leak on it, but it was very tiny. Didn't really do much. Like this is all that leaked out. I can literally just put a bit of water in it. Which I probably will, actually. I left this on all night a couple nights ago, which is normally bad, but it was flowing great in the morning for some reason, and didn't burn the house down, so it worked out. Okay, we're not even close. I'm dreading. I need to move this out of the way. You can bet a clip will come of it after it flows for a while, probably tonight, because it's already on black and I already have it up here. Okay, and now we've got this weird kinetic. This kinetic is weird. Let me get the box for it. Okay, I need to move the other boxes out of the way. Alright, this was on eBay. Wasn't too bad, but the shipping was a lot. Even though it was from California, they definitely overcharged me. But I made an offer and I got this for $30. It's in a box that is the Walmart brand of it. No Boundaries. They made my weird floor lava lamp thing and a couple others. I know this usually goes by Galaxy Swing or something and not Globe Mobile. It works really good with one of the 9-volt connectors. With the battery, it almost works, but it's just like not enough juice. And obviously it doesn't have a battery in it right now, but you can basically get the gist of it working, and I will get a clip of it soon. This is basically like the Spiral Wayne series thing that I have, except as a Cosmos, and it is very cool. It's such a weird concept for a kinetic to me, but it works really well, and I'm glad to have it, because not many people do. Actually, does anyone? Now that I'm thinking about it? If you have this, let me know, because I don't know you yet. Alright, that's enough of that. Now we've got dolphins, and just this month I got like the most kinetics I ever have in a month, at least in a while. Probably not ever, because it's only like 10, but we've got 2 dolphin kinetics. I bought the lot because they showed this in the picture, which is really weird. Well, I won the bid for the lot. It was only 20 something total, so it wasn't bad for 2, which I'll get into in a second. But unfortunately, it's this boring dolphin kinetic. And it's in good condition and all, it's fine, but I didn't expect it. I mean, I can't ask for a refund. It's already too late anyways. But it is annoying. Because I totally thought I was getting this and they never showed it in the picture. And then, I'll be honest, this one is over there, over to the other side. But it's behind a bunch of stuff and I don't really want to get it. So I'll show it at the end or just pan over to it and you can see it right there. See the dolphins? Yeah. So, decent lot. Not as great as I figured it would be though. I also won it. I won the auction while traveling home from vacation, which I just think is great. Okay, I'm not going to go into much detail on this one, but this is from Oriental Trading. This is the starfish ornament from Neptune. I already did a clip of this. and it was free because for no reason they gave me 3 separate gift cards. And I bought this, another thing in this video, and something random with it, but they came in separate packages, and I'm glad, because the other package was lost for a while. They delivered it to the wrong address, we tried to look for it, couldn't find it, finally brought it back. Here's the box. This was $16, which I normally wouldn't pay because it's not that rare and kind of much for an ornament that isn't, but it was free. And I scoured that website. I really did, there wasn't much. There was this, though. It's too bad they didn't have the rose, because they actually sent us a refund on the order we didn't pay for after we thought it was lost, and then it was returned, so now I have $20 to spend there, and just kind of not much to do with it. Okay, I think the camera is going to die soon, but that's alright. Let's get to this really quick. It is the Rocket Racer. This is something I've just kind of always avoided getting because it looked stupid, but then I got an offer for one on eBay and it was only $13 total, and it's stupid. Fun fact. I cannot figure out how this works. I know this isn't a level surface exactly because it's velvet, but even on the tile, it just doesn't really seem to do much. You know, you pop it, and you can pop it backwards. And it says it's friction powered, but it doesn't really do anything. I mean, the clip in Numbers Nursery would be stupidly easy to replicate just by taking a picture of it and moving across the screen. But that's not the point. I'm just glad I didn't pay even a cent more for this, because this is not that rare and pretty dumb. But it's shilling, so I guess that's worth something, and it does come in the box. Like, you know. It also comes with the stupid head, which as a matter of fact... Okay, it stopped. But as a matter of fact... You can take it out, and it's this. Look at this thing. It's not that hard to put back in. I will do it right now. Okay, I got it back in. So if you've ever seen the head missing from it, that's why. I don't know why the head's like a squishy rubber and not a hard plastic or something. But I respect their opinion. Okay, and now we've got a local marketplace find. This is the UFO flash lamp. Again, for the 3rd time. What the fuck was that? Oh, that was a lens cap, okay. The lens cap just fell, and I don't know where it came from. But this is a little UFO flash lamp. I got this off Marketplace for $5, and it's weird. I sold my Closer to Mozart one. I think it actually might have honestly been exact, but just for this, and did make $40. This one's weird. The spray is in good condition and doesn't shed, but it is a bit tilted towards one side, and I don't know what's up with the base. Occasionally it like dims for a split second, and the colors are really weird, but they are cool, and yeah, I could definitely get a clip of this. The reason it's moving so much is because even though it's April, it's hot as fuck, and I need the fan on. Okay, I accidentally stopped the recording again. That was my fault this time. Blame me. But yeah, not a ton to say here. Congratulations to Nicole, I won't dox you, for getting the other version of this, because that is nice. Okay, we finally cleared the table. Now for the other table of tables. Let's get all of this out of here. Somehow I fit all the stuff from downstairs into one bin and brought it up. I don't know how I did that still. You know what, I'm gonna go back to this. I just want to go back to it. It's cool as fuck. I never knew it looked this good. Okay. Unfortunately, the Spin Tricks quota is up. Now, we have a fun story. So I get a message at like 10:30 from Corey Hansen, PM by the way, that he found a crazy kinetic lot on eBay. He sends me a picture. It's got some of the weirdest kinetics I've ever seen, and this is one of the more normal ones, fun fact. And I think I go to look on eBay under some crazy shit, figuring, oh, we missed it because it's listed terribly. But no, it's literally listed Kinetic Art Collection. There were 12 of them in it. It had the Silver Form S, and Form L for that matter, which I already sold, so I can't show. But it was $235 plus shipping. But I worked it out. Told him I'd give him a decent deal on the Kinects he wanted and buy it myself because he was gonna. So that happened. I paid the most I've ever paid for a single transaction, and they came mostly fine. The Silver Form S was actually missing one of the little knobs that keeps it in place, and one of them had broken off, but somehow, someway, I glued the broken one on, and I cut up a teeny tiny piece of paper and glued that on as the other knob, and for some fucking reason it works perfectly. I don't know how. So, Corey Hansen got his Kinetics, I got my Kinetics, and we have this. Now, obviously this isn't the greatest Kinect to film on black, because black on black is not good. But it actually looks better than I thought, because of the contrast and everything. So, yeah, B-Galaxy. I should have gotten this in 2020, because someone on Marketplace was going to ship it to me. They never did. But I got it now, and it is a very nice Kinetic, and now I have 4 Galaxies. We've got more Kinects from the lot, though. Here's the B Mars, which is weirder. I know Bowie and I think Plague Doctor have this, but it's a nice Kinetic other than the squeaking. It works well. It certainly does move. Now here's a weird one. This was literally just discovered to exist a month before I got the lot. This is the Colored Slow Cosmos. It's a bit obnoxious, not gonna lie, if you can hear it. But this was only found in an old catalog from that Glow got from Golden Island. And now I have it. I don't know how, but it's a very nice Kinetic, and I do need to dust it off a bit, but what are you gonna do? Just in case you're wondering, all these Kinetics from the same seller. He said he got it at garage sales like 20 plus years ago, which is really weird, just going up to a garage sale and getting 12 Kinetics. We've also got golf. My dad likes golf, so I may put it in his room without consent. Let's turn this one off. It's very loud. Golf. So I think this is Blacklight Reactive or Glow, one of the two. I don't know. I want to say, I could be wrong. I haven't tested it yet. It's got a very slow magnet, and I also don't think it has a working battery in it. But oh well. And then the best one from the lot for sure is the Cosmos. But I was able to sell my old one to a guy on the Lava server who wanted a Kinetic and didn't have one for cheap. And now I have a perfect Cosmos that is also old. And I forget that this is actually a nice Kinetic. Just stupid common. The one I sold did come in a weird old box. But like, it's a Cosmos. What are you gonna do? While we're at it, here is the Dolphin with ring. What's nice about it is the exact dolphins from Van Gogh, where my rocking dolphins have the weird eye. So if I ever want to swap it out, I could, but it's a boring Kinetic, and not that rare either. Okay, and now for the actual weirdest from the lot, by far, is this normal everyday Kinetic that you've obviously seen 50 times before. Now, I'm going to let this spin for a bit while I talk about it, obviously. But there's another part to it. So this one, I got a partial refund for because the base wasn't working. And the base still isn't working because this is a different base. this attachment fits on one of the like silver spheres that Cameron sold me bass. And this is a cool kinetic, I think. It's weird how the balls hit each other, but there's also a way you can set them up where they don't. I don't know who made this, whose idea it was, anything about it. All I know is I have it now. And all I know is I'm going to go get the bass and show you it not working. So give me 1 second. I just realized the bass is downstairs. I'm not going to get it, but just know that although the motor doesn't work, the ear-piercing music it plays does. Maybe I'll go downstairs and show that. I don't know. But yeah, weird as hell kinetic, very cool. I'm glad I could get it working. Ish. And we are almost done. Very close, thankfully. We have weird disco light. Ooh, holy crap, the starburst. Yeah, I have my star filter on, and you can tell. I don't know if I love it or hate it. But this is this is generally by Lumisource. Except this one is weird and special, and it's Twin Helix by Visual Effects Incorporated. I have not been to this website. It's right here, visualeffectsinc.com. This isn't super rare, but it was only 20 bucks on eBay. So, I wanted it and didn't want to pay a ton. And I did just that. It rotates, it's very nice. Would make great for the parties I don't have. Although imagine the type of party I could have with everything I have. It'd be sick. Okay, that's enough of the disco ball. Most of the things in this video do work on black background, so a lot of them will have clips of them done tonight. And unfortunately, this thing is included. Yes, Beneath the Leaf Fairy, finger puppet from First Moves, in one of the possibly the greatest BE clip of all time, because it's 2 seconds and all it does is this. It just sits up. And they need this for it. This was $9 shipped. It's kind of rare. I didn't really want it, but they sent me an offer and I was like, eh, fuck it, why not? So, I can do dumb stuff with it. Speaking of dumb things that are small, here's Mini Mason, and they were not kidding when they called it Mini Mason because I can stuff it in my hand and possibly my mouth. I used to have a Gund Bunny that I loved very much. I also think I, like, took the hair off of it. It was weird. This is missing the bow, but it was only 12, and for some reason, I think one day the world collectively decided that this should be $99 on eBay sometimes. I don't know why this is, of all fucking toys, but, it is. This was not $99, like I said, it was 12, and you can bend the ears. Unfortunately, I do not have a lamp puppet or a, blocks to put it on, but I guess it is nice and rare enough. And also, I wasn't really getting much at the time, so I was like, fuck it, why not? I went to about 10 thrift stores on vacation. I found about 2 things. Here's one of them. It is this ball paperweight that I think would look really good under, like, or on top of, like, a color-changing light thing. I mean, I can try and light it up here. It doesn't really work, but, yeah. It was $9 for some reason, but I wasn't finding much, so I just said screw it because it looked nice and had a useless stand. I don't think that's supposed to come with it, but I don't know. So expect some clips of this because you know what I did with the red one I have like this. And for some reason my dad bought this for me. I didn't want him to, but he used his card when checking out and I was just like, alright, sure, why not? It's a very nice little thing. We also have another very nice thing from the thrift stores there, because it is like an old people town and they have old people things. We got a bird resin snow globe. It's not exact to the ones in, like, you know, Monet and Santa and whatever. Oh, wait for Santa, by the way. But it's just a snow globe. It was only, somehow, I don't know how, it was only $3. It's like really good quality, resin, everything. It is a music box. So, would make a nice clip. Not really on top of my list of things to find at thrift stores, but I wasn't going to pass it up because it looks nice. And I like pretty things. There's also a barcode of something. I can't really make it out. I also don't know what music it's playing, but I'll work on that later. Let me stop the camera. Okay, we're really getting there. My camera has 8 minutes left of recording, and I'm not going to take 8 minutes to explain the rest of the stuff, so... Here's one of the things in the Oriental Trading package that I mentioned. They're string lights. My grandma likes butterflies. I have a lot of my butterfly things at her house. They were cheap and they were free. So, cheap and free. They're tangled too, but that's not the point. I will hang them up at Grandma's house eventually. Now we've got another thrift store find, but this one was not in California. For whatever reason, Goodwill decided it was a good idea to charge $12.49 for this, but considering these go for about 3 times that usually, I wasn't going to pass it up because it's perfectly working. I just need to get the stupid rubber bands off. God damn, okay, I basically got it off. Let me plug it in. It's a Rabbit Tanaka fish motion lamp. Nothing too crazy. It is nice. It does work in all my, well, not all my, but the other fish motion lamps I have had before, which aren't many, do not work. So even though I didn't want to pay $12, I paid $12. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, only 2 things left until I have to clean this all up. I got a lot of push puppets on Facebook, and it had a lot of the BE ones in it. It had the monkey, elephant, zebra, giraffe, I think a couple others. But it had a bunch of garbage, and the only one I kept that's unique is this one. It is lion. Not super rare. I think Petra honestly might still sell it, but it is a nice looking push puppet, and it will go good on the nice looking push puppet shelf. Not self. And now the final thing. You know the fucking surfer motion wave from Beethoven, I'm assuming. Well now, imagine what would happen if he wasn't moving. Here he is, trapped in a cube for the rest of his life. I want to say Dwanch found this, so thank you if it was him, and if it wasn't him, sorry. But this is like the most useless thing I've ever seen. Like, what do we do with it? It doesn't move, he just sits there. Obviously, I only got this because it was cheap, like 13 total, and because he's in it, and I don't know when I'm ever going to see him again. But why? What is the purpose of this existence? I don't know. I also don't know anything about it. Who made it? Well, probably Carlisle-ish. Or, well, like Lion, Liquid Star. I would say Liquid Star. When this was made, why this was made, who this was made, how this was made. All of the things that I remember from the Richard Scarry promo. For some reason. But that concludes March toy review. I've gotten really good at naming the correct months. Like I said in the Clockwork review, there will be 2 international orders soon. The first one is definitely going to be in April. The second one should be coming by May, I would say. But I think that is it. I have to go clean up and shower after cleaning up. And you will see clips of at least a few of these tonight, and the rest will come soon. Black will come first before white because I have all my lights on white, and mostly go good on black anyways. So, yeah, that's it. Goodbye.